Nah, let's redo it right there and take out that Perrier bottle. Let's redo it.
Why not?
No, take out that bottle. Let's redo it.
What? I like sparkling water.
Doesn't matter.
It was just the gag.
No.
Why?
Which gag?
It was the gag for my Perrier because I like Perrier.
No, you're saying it.
I like Perrier. I just like Perrier water. I was just holding up my drink for the day. I gotta be aggressive.
Okay. Let's start. Let's go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Crossover Cinema Podcast. We're here reviewing film, series, and media releases. But before we start, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Carlo.
And I'm Kaya, y'all. You already know what it is. We're here reviewing the latest episode of Agatha All Along, Ep.4, in which the witches went on another trial, Alice's, in which her family curse was actually the main problem. And so they spent their entire time figuring out through these 70s outfits in this 70s studio setting how they were going to defeat this curse. Making a song, yes. And they defeated this curse with the power of music and friendship and a witch's coven. Along with the return of the lovely and always, I guess, famous and infamous Aubrey Plaza as Rio. And with some major developments in terms of Agatha's relationship with Teen, we got a lot of developments to talk about. And let's get right into it.
Let's go right into it. And the first thing I want to talk about is that song. That song that they're trying to give us, that they're trying to make us learn. I don't know what they have in mind with that song. I don't know if... But it's starting slowly. I'm starting to get it in my head. I don't know if it's a goal to get it in every childhood houses right now, like for Halloween, a new like Halloween song, but
maybe it'll work,
there, bro. But 2 episodes on 4 with that song, like with that long part, for me it was a little too much. I'm not gonna lie, all that musical kind of Disney kind of side,
I don't think it was overt.
I think off a little bit. I know
I think it was I like it for the most part. I just think it's well utilized. Like, I don't think it's forced, and I think they find ways to incorporate it that doesn't feel like it's taking too much time out of the actual show. Like, it's when I saw that scene, I was surprised that it was actually halfway through and we were going to get another like 15-20 minutes of development for these characters outside of this song. You know, that could have been the tee up to the end, and then they go to the next trial and that's it, you know? But I feel like we got a good full meaty episode with this one, and while it didn't move too far of a needle for, I think, the average viewer, I think it's setting up a lot of like the future developments to like come into play and for them to be really important.
I get it, but a song that destroys a curse, it was a choice, you know what I mean? Maybe not.
Listen, Alice went hard. She went
but
she went hard.
No,
you got it. Exactly, and she had the demon perched on her whole ass shoulders, and she was like,
"Oh yeah, with that fire and everything."
At least it was giving Super Saiyan for a second. I liked it. I liked that a lot. I was appreciating that, and I liked the way that they still found it important to incorporate the other witches and give them developments as well, like having Jennifer talk about her origin and how she got bound. And we already kind of seen part of that scene with that doctor in that white doctor in the room, and I think there's a lot of history there with black women, especially at the time, and their treatment, you know, from the medical system and just, you know, society in general in America. And I think it's interesting to see them play that into her origin and not shy away from it. I think it's very important to do that. And I think so far, like the performances are allowing them to, and the writing, I should say, is allowing the performances to breathe in a way that I think is respectful of the actress's, you know, abilities. And next, I want to see what they do with Patti LuPone's Lilia. I think there's a lot to explore there too, because she's a weirdo. She's just getting possessed and stuff, you know, out of nowhere.
Yeah. No, but you see Mrs. Hart, or Shannon, like we could say.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for real. I didn't know she would have gone.
We miss you,
I
Deborah.
think she's gone. But at the end, let's see if she's not going to come back at the end or something. But I really thought more about that character. But it maybe was just a little 1-2, and she needed to be there for that. It's okay.
I think that was her place as a comedic balance for the group, you know, the normie, and then kind of being offed and still having that potential, because it's the MCU, to come back, you know.
But maybe she's gonna come back in a kind of like one of those kind of
like a zombie.
not like a zombie, more like a vision, or more like a in one of those trials. You know,
I
what
could
I
actually
mean?
really just see her being resurrected at the end. Like they kind of get like
Yeah,
an option to do something, and like they're all like, "We should resurrect Miss
bring.
Hart." You know,
Yeah,
she deserves to be it's for real. Like bring back
maybe.
Deborah Jo Rupp. Real talk. We love you,
Yeah,
sis. So it's like I'm with that direction, and I think we're already seeing the group save lives so frequently, even with the presence of someone like Rio, who just wants to dish out death.
hmm.
And I think there's a lot of leading language
Hmm.
in the series so far to indicate where her character is going and what her character's role is going to be. But I think the relationship between her and Agatha, that chemistry, we'll call it, for the PG viewers, is really awesome to see. I love the display of that. I feel like it's not too subtle either. It's given like that room to just like gestate, and
Grow.
it's nice and grow. Yes, it's really cool
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see that. Like the MCU needs more well defined will they won't they kind of romances, or like past
But there's a
lovers.
lot of history in that romance. I think.
Absolutely.
Like, I think that it's something that they knew it would work maybe right now too, because like it's it's marking all the marks. You know what
It's
I
hitting
mean?
all the
Yeah,
it's checking
it's
all the
there, man.
boxes.
Yeah, it's checking all the boxes exactly. So yeah, no, and let's talk about that relation a little bit. Like, what do you think it is? Like, she talked about her son, that it wasn't her son. You know what I
I
mean?
think that a lot of
I
what this
really thought it was
episode
his son. I was like, when will we learn that it's his son? But they really throw it off. They cut it right now. It's not her son. We know. So I feel,
I think it's
why does he
clear.
have that sigil, man?
I think it's clear, right, that like Teen is related to Scarlet Witch and is clearly gonna be Wiccan. I'm hoping,
Hmm.
because to me that's all there. But I think when it comes to Agatha and Rio, I think a lot of what this episode is establishing is that witches are lied upon, and a lot of the things that's said about them, these superstitions that we have in our world, aren't true. Like them talking to ghosts and such. So I think a lot of that's going to play into Agatha's backstory and her origins being a lot of misconceptions that she's played into because it works
It
better.
helped for the moment. Yeah.
Exactly, right? And I think that hides the trauma of what's happened between her and Rio in the past, and I think it has a lot to do with her son. I think there's definitely something to do with death in her child, and I don't think she sacrificed her child for the Darkhold. I think there's clear, like Scarlet Witch's whole thing is that she was using the Darkhold to get her children that she envisioned back, right? And I think I could see Agatha using the Darkhold to get her real child back and it not working. And I could see that I could see there being a real like payment and cost that she's had, and a scorning that she's had from all these other people, and a reputation for just being the bad witch. So I'm really into seeing them explore that and show that further, and show what's the truth. Give us the real, give us the tea.
And the next episode, who do you think we're gonna explore the world of? Like,
I think we're at the point Lilia. Lilia is the person that
yeah.
she needs that full exposure. And I think that her past has been given crumbs, and her moments are meant to be like, jarring. And I think let's give her a full episode where we just explore that. And Patti LuPone is an amazing actress and
Yeah.
singer. So let's do it. Let's rock on.
That's why she's doing it, right?
And I think, moreover, let's see what they do with Teen, because I think that near-death experience is going to, contribute a lot to it. Maybe they destroyed the sigil. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm hoping.
I think it's gonna be a thing that they're gonna keep for the end, but
Yeah, they'll hold it.
it's my guess. It's my guess. Yeah, yeah.
Real talk. But
I'm gonna go with me real quick. I think that
Go ahead,
they're gonna throw us off, and it's gonna be maybe Agatha.
in
just
what way?
to,
Wait,
like-
hold on. In what way? You think it's going to be Agatha in the sense that?
Yeah, that is gonna be her trial.
Oh.
Like they're gonna put it right
no,
now.
No,
Maybe.
you know
I
what?
don't
I'm
know.
gonna throw right back
just
at
saying
you.
Maybe they're just gonna.
I think they're gonna hold that one for last. I think they're gonna.
What? It's really more logical to do that, but I'm just gonna say.
We love
My
to see
guess.
it. You already know, you guys. It's always a pleasure to have you on and watching the show. You know what it is? Agatha All Along is continuing, I think, another 5 episodes, and critics haven't seen the other 5. So we're in for a doozy. We're all in for the ride, strapped in. And, you know, it's always a pleasure. And until next time on the Crossover Cinema Podcast, on the next episode of Agatha All Along, you guys. It's always a pleasure.
See you guys.
Ciao.
Ciao.